Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's an Amber thing. I am Amber. We were hoping to go to the beach today and that did not happen. We're really sad about it, but we decided to go ahead and make the best of the day anyways, and I decided that I was going to go ahead and hop on and connect with all of you and talk about one of these questions that were left on my last video. So let's just go ahead and get right into that. The question is, did you have children with your JW ex-husband? If so, did you get to keep them? And how did you handle custody? So great question. Fortunately for me, the children and my ex-husband, we decided to put the children first, put our, the things that we had been going through to the side, and decide what was going to be best for them. We talked it out, we worked it out, we went to somebody, legally, and we had them put down, what we had wanted for the children as far as custody arrangements were concerned. I had full physical custody, which means that they lived with me at all times, and he agreed to that. He, had them quite a bit of the time, every other weekend and a couple days during the week, he would come and pick them up and they would do their things together. Yes, he did take them to meetings. And I hate this now because as I'm thinking about it and as I'm so far out of that whole organization, I really wish that I had put a stop to that because of the indoctrination process, because of the programming. They were very involved. My oldest daughter, she was not. She stayed with me, and when I stopped, she stopped. Thankfully, the indoctrination did not affect her, after the time that we left. And she was probably about, I want to say maybe 16 or so. But we had kind of been on and off, going towards the end there anyways, because there had been just a lot of things that had been taking place, a lot of questions that I had, and a lot of things that I just felt were not right. So my middle two, which one of them is 21 now, the other one is 22, they did go. And their father took them to the memorials. Took them to the memorials, took them to the meetings. They continued with their process. My son was involved with the ministry school, so that means that he was being taught, very heavily. He was giving talks. My daughter was in the service, the ministry school as well, which means that she was also, partaking in giving talks and teaching to a certain degree. Because like I said before, and this is actually going to be my next video, is going to be about women's place in the organization. But like I said before, women don't really have a whole lot that they can do with regards to teaching, unless it's out door-to-door ministry. So I think about it now, and I just wish to God fighter planes. We have an airport that's close by, so I apologize for that, but it's really loud. But they were very involved. My daughter would go out in service with my ex-husband, which means that they would go knocking door to door, bringing other people into the organization. And thankfully now they have both decided that it is not for them. My son stopped going when he was probably about, I want to say like 15. He put his foot down and he was like a hard no, I'm not doing this anymore. He would go still to special events with my ex-husband because he knew it would please my ex-husband, and he, of course, children always strive to please their parents. And so, even us, even me, when I went back, it wasn't really for me as much as it was I thought it was going to be it was going to make my mom happy, it was going to make my life happy, it was going to make everything perfect, and we end up finding out later that that is just not so. But he put his foot down. He was a hard no, and he has stayed away from the organization. But he's actually gone he's done a 180, and he doesn't believe in God at all anymore. So that's a little bit sad for me, because I do believe in a creator. I do believe in a higher source. and that's actually what I call it. I believe in source, and he doesn't, and that kind of makes me sad. And it's really like he's 21 right now, and so I'm really waiting to have deeper conversations with him on it when he gets a little bit older. We talk a little bit here and there, but I am not one to push what I feel and what I think on other people. I really honestly feel like as a being here on earth that we are, here for a purpose, and, my purpose is going to be separate from your purpose, and his purpose is going to be separate from, someone else's purpose. So, as long as he's not hurting anybody and he's not hurting himself, I respect, I respect him. Therefore, I just kind of back off a little bit on, his belief system right now. But as far as my daughter's concerned, she also doesn't have anything to do with it. She has seen a lot of destruction within the family because of it, and so she wants nothing to do with it. She has seen, it tear apart our family, my husband, my ex-husband, and myself, and then divide us. Some of us, my oldest daughter and I weren't going to the meetings, and her brother were going to the meetings, so it was like almost a divide there as well in what they're, because of what they're learning and what they're being trained, at the organization. So it's just a little different. But so thankfully for me, my boy's playing, my son is outside playing. Let's see if we can, no pool, but we got a hose. You're silly. So yeah, not all situations are like that. Not all situations are as simple, because I was just fortunate enough, and my ex-husband, we put the kids first and put our feelings aside, which really made a difference in how, things were dealt with the children. I realize that is not something that can be done all the time, not with everybody. And I know that, the organization gets involved with these kinds of things. They want to be involved in every aspect of your life. They want to be involved in the discipline of your children. They want to be involved in every aspect. So every aspect, of life concerns them. And so they want to be involved. So for those of you who are going through, similar type things, really, really, really try and just put feelings aside for the children's sake, and for your own sake too, so that you can work something out with your significant other, so for the best of the children, or else the brothers get involved, and then it makes it really difficult for the one that is not on the side of the organization. So, oh man, we're already going on 8 minutes, but I don't want to keep you too long. But yeah, so that was my experience, and if you have any other questions, let me know. But my very next video is going to be about the women's place within the organization, and what you can and cannot do. And that's it. Have a good day. I was just kind of like, I leave these videos almost like I feel like I haven't said enough, or I haven't said, I haven't helped enough. And I really would love to be able to get something going where I could help some of you if you're wanting out, or if you have questions, point you in the right directions of where to look or who to talk to. I know that there are many organizations out there that do help the witnesses. They offer counseling and things like that. So, maybe what I can do is I can start to gather some of that information and start to leave it, in the comment section, or, somewhere around there, where you can go to get help, or where you can go to have questions answered. And most certainly, feel free to ask me any questions. If I can, I will definitely answer, and I will definitely do what I can to help. It really is, I'm going to say it again, it's a cult. Stay away from it. Don't subject your children to it. Don't subject yourself to it. It's not a good thing. It is very, very destructive, emotionally and mentally. So remember that. You wouldn't ever knowingly join a cult. Jehovah's Witnesses, it is a cult. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.